Loktarogar. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, everyone's favorite Orc Warrior, and it's time for another Orc Mode workout. And strength was actually decent today in spite of a big swoosh on the scale. I was down to 215 and some change today. So that pretty much puts me at like 40 pounds of weight loss this year. It's like, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. I know people are always like, man, you don't know how to cut. It's like I'm down 40 pounds and I'm still lifting heavy. You know, 40 pounds. I think I know how to cut. I don't have to lose another 40, I don't think. I think, you know, I get to 195, I'll probably be pretty lean at that point. So, you know, we're past that halfway mark. But yeah, I'm still able to get in and train, still able to train hard. Got all my reps on squats today on these pause squats, which I was happy about. And kind of a reminder, I had to see people argue in there, and then other people, even at least one or two coaches who I know are coaches, have come through and said, no, he's actually doing low bar squats. You guys don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, guys, I am low bar pause squatting. It's not a high bar. So yeah, there's some hip drive. It was kind of funny. I banned a troll actually earlier. He was like, you weigh 230, and you're squatting really lightweight, and you're still having, you know, your butt shoot up. It's like he's never heard of hip drive, and he thinks I weigh 230. It's like, no, bro, I'm not 230. But that aside, training went pretty good today. Only thing I really changed up, I didn't feel like hook gripping today. I just did double overhand, but I got a double overhand PR. So, you know, if I'm going to not hook grip, I mean, getting a double overhand PR, that's just as good, really, you know. So I did hook grip twice this week, but we'll get to that when we get there. You know, everything's going good, though. Everything is going good in my life. I'm having a lot of wins. I've worked through a lot of the stress that was going on. I've talked about that in a few of these training videos, some stressors and stuff in my life. And, you know, I've worked through all that. Like, and everything's actually pretty okay. You know, my life's doing pretty good at this point. And, you know, the cut's going good, too. And it's like, wow, 3 pounds swooshed off this week. Pretty much like overnight, too. Because I've been weighing at 218 the entire week. Like, I'm going to hit 217 this week, and then Friday, it was like 215.8 on that scale. And it's like, bam. And I even had, you know, burger and wine and stuff. Actually, I had wine a couple nights this week. Not alone, obviously. I don't drink alone. And that's kind of weird because, you know, I had actually cut all the alcohol out on this cut, but I've had wine a couple times, you know, in social settings. So, yeah, it's all pretty good. Yeah, it didn't interfere really with the weight loss because actually my burger the other day was like a Philly cheesesteak burger. But, you know, it was one of those to where I was so busy with other stuff. I think I had gone like 8 hours without eating when I got to that meal. So I was worried I didn't even hit enough protein that day. So later, right before bed, I think I slammed like a protein shake or something after the burger and everything. Just making sure I get enough protons in. And people would say, oh, you didn't need to do that. Well, it didn't stop me from swooshing down 3 pounds this week. So, yeah, that protein after was just fine. Still had enough deficit. Everything's good. But yeah, strength was decent today. I mean, I got pretty much everything I wanted to hit. I think I only got 4 reps on the last set of close grip pause bench. And that's okay. But the other thing I've had to laugh at too was people coming in here and they're like, how come you're not increasing the weight on the bar? You've been lifting the same weight a while. And it's like I'm 40 pounds deep into a cut. I'm an advanced lifter. Do you think who thinks you gain strength in the middle of a cut, particularly after you've lost the first 20 pounds and you keep cutting? You don't gain much in the way of strength. Oh my God. You know, I gotta wonder, man. I mean, the people who criticize me, I'm starting to realize, and I hate to say it, but I'm starting to realize that 90% of the people who criticize me are like borderline mentally handicapped. They actually are, because, you know, to literally not realize that I've lost in excess of 30 pounds at this point, I'm still cutting, and to actually think that a person is going to gain strength and be making progress, like linear progress at that, is a 40-something-year-old advanced lifter who's past 30 pounds into their cut and still cutting. I mean, the sheer stupidity. I mean, I'm not even trying to make fun of people, but But Jesus Christ, I mean, if that's the best sort of criticism that people can level towards me, no, seriously, if that's the best criticism people can come up with, I've just won. I've won. If that's literally the level of criticism that people have, wow, you know, wow, I'm pretty much winning at that point. That, you know, I'm not gaining strength, 40 pounds of weight loss into my cut while still cutting. It's like, oh. Although I will say, man, doing the really, really high protein and throwing in just a little bit of fasting here and there, particularly while keeping the protein super high, I'm noticing does make a difference. It does seem to give you wiggle room on your diet. I mean, guys like Birkin, who mentioned some of that, they're dead on accurate about that. I am finding that to be the case, and I'm finding that method is really allowing me to maintain strength. So let's talk about being orky here. It is about being able to maintain strength when you are dropping scale weight and dropping body fat. You need to stay strong. And, you know, the composition of your diet matters for that. It absolutely matters. And under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be telling people to eat hundreds and hundreds of grams of protein. Get half your calories from protein. That would be ridiculous under normal conditions. But when you're trying to maintain strength on a cut with a lot of body weight to lose, it is damn sure helpful. That extra helping of meat goes a long way. Goes a real long way. Pull-ups went pretty good today. They weren't bad. They weren't bad. Well, you guys are gonna laugh when I get to the curls. I broke the 10-second mark in this without any editing or cutting or anything. The 10-minute mark, I mean. Because I did just my work sets, and when I realized when I had all my work sets but my curls done, I started calculating in my head how many reps do I need to try to force myself to do in order to actually break 10 minutes without putting any warm-ups in. And so I tried to count it off, and I nailed it. I'm like, okay, all right, I got to take a few seconds to try to squeeze out one more rest pause rep just so I could make the time. And I did. It took me a few seconds to get it, and it pushed me to like 10:01. So there's like nothing funny done in here to reach that. This is just my straight work sets, no warm-ups, and forcing out that one more rest pause rep to break the 10-minute mark. You know, so people can say what they want about me and my 10+ minutes. They can say what they want. But in this case, it forced me to train a hair harder because I realized counting off reps in my head when I was almost pretty much at failure that I was going to be a few seconds short. So I'm like, okay, I can grind out one more rep just to break the 10-minute mark. That's some funny shit. Use it to fuel some gains, guys. You know, that's kind of the point. Whatever it takes to motivate you to make those gains in the gym. You know, in this case, it was breaking that 10 minutes. It forced me to like, okay, I think I can get one more rep to break the 10-minute mark, and I did it without failing it. So I actually got the rep, but I had to dig in a little bit. But double overhand. I think this is the fourth time I've got 4 reps with this weight, double overhand. So we got a grip PR, which is good. I haven't done any double overhand in a couple weeks. I've been doing purely hook grip. So yeah, this was pretty solid. This was really, really, really good. So I mean, I got a PR out of this. I mean, yeah, it's a grip strength PR, but you know what? I just had a 3-pound weight swoosh this week again in my cut. So for me to get any sort of PR is a victory for me. Even if it's a grip strength PR, it's like, man, I will take what I can get, baby. I will take what I can get. And then we got these cheat curls. Yes, you guys can watch it. I had to grind out that last rep. Just to make time, but we got it. We pulled it off, didn't we? We got it done. So here they're going. I actually don't even remember how many reps it needed to be, but I think I was counting it off in my head at the time. I thought I had estimated. But the last couple of reps were kind of rest pause because I'm like, I gotta get all the reps. I gotta get everything. But there's something to be said for rest pause training too. That's kind of another topic though. Rest pause training though, to get past some plateaus, some performance plateaus, isn't a bad way to go on certain lifts. You got to be careful what lifts you do it on. I mean, doing it on something like squats, that's just brutal because you can get pinned under that. But deadlifts, curls, rows, it's not bad. Alright guys, well that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.